Shooting star.
Hey gang, today we're going to do the solo to Shooting Star by Bad Company. Now what gave me the idea for this was I was listening to the radio and this song came on. I mean, it's simple as that. And I thought to myself, you know, Bad Company is one of those groups I've never really been into that much, but I never turn off their song when it's on the radio, so must be something more to it. Anyway, so I got myself an album in theirs and I've been listening to it a lot since. Thought I'd do this one. Anyway, it's a great classic rock solo. Not a lot of notes, so as long as you're willing to bend and hurt your fingers a little bit, it's a good one. All right, so let's go to it. Hey, as always, if you like this, give it the thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, subscribe for one of these every week. Okay, we'll see you in just a second. Okay, gang, let's go over this note for note. First things first, you can download the tab from the link in the description. It's going to make your life a little bit easier. Second thing is the sound. Actually pretty simple. You can see I'm playing a Les Paul guitar. I'm playing out of the bridge pickup. I've got a decent amount of gain, but no distortion. Touch of reverb, that's about it. The gain is only there to get some sustain because you're going to be playing a lot of notes that need some sustain. Okay? And that's it. Okay, so first things first, the way I want to do the lesson is I'll show you the chords to the solo part, and then I'll show you the solo, we'll run through the whole solo, and then we'll do it line by line, okay? So pretty straightforward. Now the chords, there's very cool chords that maybe we'll do in a different lesson. Nice little riff there. But anyway, we'll do the chords some other lesson. But just for the solo itself, it starts out on the don't you know, and then it kicks into it. So the don't you know part is D to E. Okay, and then it goes into the solo itself, so it goes from E to F. So I'm sorry, to E to F sharp. Now that F sharp is a power chord, so it doesn't really matter major or minor, but you're just going to play the power chord on that. And we'll play on a 5th, 4th, and 3rd respectively. We've got 9, 11, and 11. That's the power chord, okay? So it goes like this. F sharp, E, B. All power chords. And it does that 3 times. And on the 4th time, it stays on that F sharp for a while, then E, and then to the D. And that's over that don't you know. Okay, so that's how that goes. All right, so those are the chords. Pretty straightforward. F sharp, E, and B, all power chords. Now, what works really well over that is the F sharp minor pentatonic. That's played on the 2nd, but of course we can pull that up an octave and play it on the 15th. All right, so most of the solo can easily be understood by the F sharp pentatonic, minor pentatonic in the 15th position. Okay, so here we go. Let's run through the whole solo first, and then we'll do it line by line. Okay, so I'm going to try and play it real slowly without busting up my fingers. Here we go. We're going to start on the 2nd string, 17th fret. All right. right, and that's pretty much it. All right, so let's go through line by line. So we're going to start out in the first line. Let's do is this one right here. Okay, we're going to start out on the 17th, bend that up a whole step, and do it 3 times, okay? Third time, we're going to give it vibrato. All right, now while it's held up there, we're going to stroke it again and bring it down. And then play the 14th. So it sounds like this. Okay, then we're going to jump to the 4th string and play the 16th. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. So that's just 16 on the 4th, 14 on the 3rd, back to the 16 on the 4th, and then 16 on the 3rd. So this is standard blues maneuver, right? But that one right there is a little bit different. In this case, we're jumping down to the 5th on the 14th fret before landing on the 16th, right? And that's over that lands on the root of an F chord, so that's pretty good, okay? So that's that whole line. Okay, next line is this. Okay, so we're going to start out with a little hesitation move. So on the 5th string, we're going to go 14, 16, hammer on there, or you can play them both, and then play the 14th on the 4th. Okay, and then we'll play 14 on the 3rd, 16 on the 4th, and then we're going to play 16 on the 3rd and bend it up a whole step twice. While we've got it bent up, we're going to do a little bit of a tremolo, just a little bit, and bring it down. Okay, so we're back at the 16th. Okay, and that is just 14, 16, 16 on the 4th, 14 on the 3rd. Then we're going to pull off 16 to 14 and end up again on the 16th on the 4th. And just kind of trail that down. Okay, so let's play that whole thing again. Now we trail it down, but then without lifting up, we're going to come back up to the same place, basically. 16th on the 4th. Okay, and here and once we get back up there, we're going to play the next line. Okay, not a lot of notes in this one, but man, it takes a lot of feeling to play this one, I think, to play it right and to get the timing right. So we're going to slide up to the 16th on the 4th string, play the 14th on the 2nd string, and then immediately play on the 1st string, we're going to play the 17th and bring that up a whole step, and we're going to play it 3 times, giving it lots of vibrato. Okay, like so. And the last time, we're going to hit it and bring it down and play the 14th on the 1st, and then double it by playing the 17th on the 2nd and bending up a full step. Giving it vibrato again. Okay, and then we'll play this. Okay, and that's just playing 14 twice, and then playing that. The second time we play it, we play a hammer onto the 17th and pull off. That's on the 1st string. Okay, and then we'll play 17 on the 2nd, 14 on the 1st, and then bend up on the 17th again to double it. Now, if I listen carefully, I hear him stroking it a couple more times just to keep that sustain going. If you can keep it without hitting it a bunch of times, that's fine too. Okay? But again, I'm playing that bent note on the 17th. You can also play the 14th repeatedly and give it some vibrato, like so. And it trails off at the end. Okay? But I personally, I like bending it on the second string 17th. Okay? The last line is this. And that's those last two notes are the don't you know. Okay, if you haven't noticed, it's shifted down 2 frets. So this one line is actually pretty simple. So we're playing 17 by itself once, and then we're playing this doubling idea, bending up on the 17th on the second, and then playing the 14th on the first. We'll do that 4 times. And then we're going to play 14, slide it down to 12. Okay, so play 14, slide it down to 12, and then double it on the 15th by bending up the 15th on the second a whole step. And then bending up on the 15th twice on the first string as it transitions back to the singing. And that's it. Well, there you go, gang. Bad Company, Shooting Star, the solo to it. Hope you enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed it. This is one of those solos that has a lot of notes that I probably wouldn't play, so it was a good one to transcribe and learn. All right, till next time, we'll see you on down the road.